Hello again, and welcome back to Wingot Plays Oxygen Not Included, where we are just about to find out whether all of the hard work we've spent on the last 3 episodes is actually going to pay off and our hybrid electrolyzer system is going to work. We're just sealing things back up. I didn't think you should. Don't. Good. We don't want any of this top row actually running. And it looks like it probably ran because some hydrogen somehow made its way up to the generators. So, good. This whole row are all currently disconnected. Yeah, perfect. And all we want is for the electrolyzers to be turned on as soon as these walls go back in place. Perfect. Now, let's clean up all of this just quickly while we're here. And perfect. Now, connect the power here. We want these electrolyzers to start running. We want to see the hydrogens increasing. There should not be carbon dioxide in there. There should never be carbon. That. It's because they came in here and breathed the oxygen. Okay. Well, we can fix that, but it will mean that the oxygen here is a problem. Okay, so what we want this to be a vacuum, which we can probably do. Good. Now, we want a little bit of fluid in there. Let's tell them to drop a bit of crude oil in there, so that we've got touch crude oil in here. We don't want the crude oil to leak though. Okay, how are we going here? 5 kilos, that's probably way too much. If we build that, then we can get rid of this. And drain out most of that space. Good, 1 kilo. And then we want to basically create a liquid lock here, which if we do that, this will then create a liquid lock. Perfect. So we've got a vacuum here, and if we remove these 2 tiles, that will get us back into that space. And then what we want to do is we want to bring some oxygen over to here that we're going to then be able to destroy. And to do that, easiest way is to just put a bridge there. What happened there? Good. So we got oil here, but none there. Good. Perfect. Disconnect that. Actually, reconnect that so that it goes that way. Perfect. Now we've got oxygen sitting right there, which we can then use to prime this section. We don't want to deconstruct that yet because we don't want to accidentally produce some oxygen. That crude oil there, we don't want it to overflow. So what I could do is I can probably do this. Yeah, so later on, I'll close this up by doing that. Trying to move this crude oil out of the way. Yeah, fine. Okay. So, up here, we need to clear out this carbon dioxide. So to do that, we need to get these pumping again. Where are they pumping? They are pumping to nowhere currently. If we do that, then they will at least be able to dump out the gases that are in here to the external environment. New printables, I missed that. Cool. A slick star. Fine. Our temperatures are not high enough to handle the slick star. Temperatures... It's fine. If he dies, he becomes meat. Which will be fine. For the time being, this is the priority fix. We've got some vacuum producing carbon dioxide. Here is snaking its way up. And what we potentially could do, if we do that, this carbon dioxide is going to possibly clear out before the oxygen does. I guess we'll find out. 800 milligrams, 200 milligrams. Yeah, okay, maybe the oxygen loses. 400. Let's see, come on. Come on, just finish. $50 milligrams here, 13 milligrams. The carbon dioxide might lose this battle here. And if it does, then we don't need to bring another duplicate in here. And if we can avoid bringing a duplicate in, then we make it so that they can't breathe out any more carbon dioxide and break it again. Micrograms. Milligrams. It would be good if we could use this pump, but this pump unfortunately is going to also be able to pump that hydrogen, which then has the risk of actually breaking that column there. Let's see, where is this all going? All of it's going to here. There's no way that I can sort of dump it over here. Yeah, fine. Looks like high oxygen's mostly coming over to here. 3, 2. We're getting to trace micrograms down here. Ooh, lots of vacuum. And that pump has stopped. So, if we build an insulated tile there. Oh. Don't finish clearing that out. I want this to all become oxygen. Why? The oxygen is fading away. That's annoying. Okay. So what we do need is we need that gas pipe to be broken without the duplicates breathing it. Deconstruct this. Go. Deconstruct that. And get out without breathing, please. Good. There's no carbon dioxide in there. If we close this up, that's your highest priority right now. Close this up without anyone going back in there. There's no reason why they should go back in there. There's a bit of dirt on the ground that I don't care about at the moment. I need this to just work. Come on. Good. Now, This can be deconstructed. Go. If this gets built here, if the crude oil does fall in, it should fall down to the bottom where the other crude oil is, instead of sitting on top of the water. It's good. Come on. Come on, it's... Oh, wait. We need to rebuild that. This is a vacuum. And as soon as we destroy that, this is going to become oxygen, which is then going to make it possible for them to breathe again. You, there. Cancel that. Don't breathe, don't breathe, don't breathe, don't breathe. Get out of there. Now, get out. Good. Yeah, good. So the crude oil spilled and didn't break the water there. Build that insulin tow. Perfect. Now, this is now a contained system, and if we reconnect these, we should see hydrogen increasing here, oxygen increasing here. And if we reconnect those, we'll see the same over on the other side here. Perfect. And now, what we do want is we want to... This desalinator can process 4,650. It can process 5 kilos to produce more than 4 liters. So I think what we want to do is we want to bring a desalinator here, which can then desalinate the water to bring down into here. Ladder that down. Good. Perfect. So we've got the electrolyzers set up properly now. In fact, they're actually not set up properly. They're set up as a hydro now instead of as a hybrid. But it looks like it works as a... Yeah, it works fine as a hydra. These have stopped because there's no power. How about we get people filling up the power? 50-50, 50-50, yep, fine, whatever. Carbonic, good job. Good job getting yourself trapped. Let's build that. There you go. You'll be able to get out. Perfect. Good. These ones are running again. Lots and lots of hydrogen. Now the question is, if we reconnect this row, they will back up pretty quickly because the oxygen's got nowhere to go. So what we could possibly do to start with is we could just dump all of the oxygen from all of these systems. Where is that going? Why is that going? One, two, three. We want a fourth up here to dump that. Perfect. Because these are two separate systems. Good. That dumped out the oxygen. We can safely get rid of that. Perfect. Now, one thing we do want, let's continue this along to here, because what we want is we want some gas vents in the base that are set to export some oxygen. But using normal gas vents will mean that the base won't overpressurize and will have decent oxygen pressures for what the dupes like without them all popping eardrums constantly. But in the meantime, so let's see. We currently have bypasses for all of these. Bang bang. So if we connect this power cord, they just need power. Cool. All of this bit does not need to run anymore. Get rid of all of that. And that. Perfect. Why are people starving? There should be plenty of meat. Huh. Why are you so ineffective at killing? Oh, this is... Well, it's not overcrowded, but it will become overcrowded. Actually, let's cancel the adults. And we'll kill the kids. Now, we might keep one of each type, I think. Looks like water's doing alright. What are we using water for? Everything, it looks like. Feeding the mealwood and supplying the bathrooms. Okay. Now, let's take a look here. So, power. $56 kilos. Why is no one running on these? Okay, let's priority 6 this. I want you running on these generators over those. Because these ones are the ones that actually feed this bottom row. And if we can get that bottom row up and running, then we can get hydrogen going up to here. And once hydrogen's going up to here, that will feed the system and make it perpetual. So long as this will also run. Now, this is going to use 480 power, which is currently not accounted for. So, how about feed that directly from there? Cool. This is all a priority. Good. And if this desalinator ever fills up with salt, I want them to urgently come down here and clean it out. Speaking of, the other thing is we should probably put... This produces 4,650. That uses 4,000. So we should probably put a liquid reservoir here to take the excess. Good. And all of that can be a priority. And then that way, there's 5 tons here. For if this fills up with salt and can't run, then there's 5 tons of water that will then be fed in while we're waiting for the desalinator to be fixed. Looks like we're getting a bit thin on oxygen even outside the base at the moment. And there's lots of starvation still going on. We've got plenty of muckroot, which we can feed them if we need to. And the highest of these is like 38. Actually, oh, there is some that are looking like some hatchlings that are looking like they're about to evolve. $9,700. Boom, there you go. So as soon as that evolves, that'll produce another 4,000 meat. There was one at like 97% as well. So I think we should be fine from a meat production point of view for this cycle at least. How are we going here? Oh, looks like that battery got filled up. Good. 27, 50, 94. Let's take a look here. Why is this one quite blocked? Because I never reconnected that. There we go. Good. Perfect. Now we're dumping oxygen. We're feeding hydrogen up to the hydrogen generators, which look like they might be starting to back up. They are. Because there's way too much hydrogen. Yeah, okay. Let's see. You deconstruct that now. Go. Let's take a look. So, and there we go. We've got hydrogen bleeding as well. So we need to increase hydrogen consumption. Because if these, whenever these extract hydrogen, they're extracting a whole kilo. Yeah. Effectively, we've just got way too much hydrogen. I think we've got way too much hydrogen sitting in the pockets there, which is why things are breaking. If we connect that to there, then we can extend this out. We can put another hydrogen generator here and extend that out a little bit and run the hydrogen pipe a bit further. Good. Now the priority is we want these 3 to always be running, because they will keep the SPOM running. And then we want some hydrogen generators to be producing hydrogen for the rest of the base. Which arguably is only like the amount that's being produced should only be enough to run 1.5. But because there's such big pockets of hydrogen here, which are very quickly depleting, I'm just wondering, I really don't want it to become a vacuum. If it becomes a vacuum, we're going to have a problem. Okay, I don't think it does become a vacuum, because it's producing fast enough to keep up with how much is being extracted there now. And then over here, same thing. That will eventually empty out to the point where the amount of hydrogen being produced is nowhere near as much. Okay, cool. So I don't think we actually need all of... we don't need all of these. We just... let's build 2 extras. And then that way, that's going to allow us to force our way through the spare hydrogen that's sitting there. As it is, I think we're actually already decreasing. Yeah, I think even with just these generators, it's more than enough to deal with how much had built overheating. Okay, in which case this might need to be replaced with a gold amalgam. What's the temperatures like here? Temperature 86. So let's turn you into a gold amalgam. Boom. And we can, let's deconstruct both of these. And we won't use them. In fact, let's not deconstruct this one. We'll hold on to it for the time being. How is it going for temperature? 27, 28, 29. Okay, it's heating up pretty quick. How much of that is because we've got radiant pipes here, though? Cool. Now get rid of all of that. Perfect. Yeah, we've got so much heat going on here at the moment. So, that's filling up this tank pretty quickly. Yeah, okay. And so I think this will only break if the hydrogen, if it stops producing, which it can only stop producing if the input water or the power stops. Power should never stop while the hydrogen is being produced. The input water is the only thing that can stop, and will need us to come up with a more robust system in the future. Another colony achievement, which is delivering oxygen. Distribute 1,000 kilograms of oxygen using gas vents. Perfect. Now, yeah, good. So the hydrogen is getting close to... there you go. There's grams in here as well. So this one's sitting at a nice cleaner 400 to 500. This one looks like it's jumping milligrams. I don't like that. Micrograms. That's about to create a vacuum. Looks like it's surviving. Oh, vacuum. In fact, that's got oxygen now. And that, boom, it's empty. And in fact, this one over here, micrograms as well, because the pipes were no longer backed up. Okay, so in order to fix this, I think what we're going to need is we're going to need ventilation. No, we need automation Atmo sensors. There and there. With Atmo wire. In fact, this can just be made out of lead. And we can put a ladder there to be able to get up and fix this. Okay. What I'm going to do, let's disconnect these for the time being. I'm going to put a Atmo suit dock here. An Atmo suit checkpoint. That ladder's in the way. Atmo suit checkpoint here. And then we basically want to seal in this whole space. Okay, if we get rid of this high pressure vent, what have we got in here? Is that carbon dioxide? That looks like carbon dioxide. Okay. In fact, we could try putting a drop of like water or something there with a bottle emptier right here. You can go across. Cool. Okay, now this bottle emptier, as soon as it gets built, we could drop a drop of fluid or something down there. Let's just give that a bit of random power. Good. Now, you, liquid, where you want, let's put a bit of... Temperatures are negative. Let's put a bit of salt water there. You can auto bottle. Temperatures in here are 50 degrees. Cool. Double check that everything's gold amalgam. Gas valves can't overheat. Oh, they can. Might want to replace those, actually. Why is no one doing that, Aaron? Hurry up. Oh, people are starving. Let's see. There's a bit of meat sitting there. These are not overcrowded. Oh, there's a hat sitting there. That can complete this. You, give me barbecue. Oxalite. Well, I'm not going to complain about oxalite actually. May as well generate some oxygen in the base here, which is currently very, very starved of oxygen. Good, that's done. You, close that. You, priority 9, those. You, we can deconstruct the bottle emptier. And we can deconstruct this, because this is now a liquid lock. Hatchling is about to die. There is like 40 eggs sitting in there at the moment, which I'm sure are in various states of incubation. 50? 80, 80, 90, 97. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's clean up a bit of this fluid so that they can at least try... Oh, you deliver a suit. I think we can safely mop to there. Yeah, good. And then we want oxygen going into there. Perfect. Oxygen being delivered to the atmosphere dock. And we can put another high pressure vent there. Oh. Yeah, that's been disconnected. Perfect. Cool. And now we can get rid of these insulated tiles. And while we're at it, let's have a look. Osteo exosuit. Telomerase has exosuit. Can learn demolition. Fine. Dex. Let's take a look. Everyone has exosuit. Good. Everyone has exosuit training. So whoever decides to be the person, the champion who comes in and does this job, it shouldn't matter. Gas pipe, oxygen, ooh. Carb. Full fueled. Checkpoint. Clearance vacancy. Suited may only pass if there is an available dock to store their suit. Yep. Okay, fine. Boom. Thank you, Osteo. Are you going to go up and do the job? He came back at least. Interesting. Pipe blocked. Yep, okay. I forgot that there was already a liquid lock here. Critter starvation. Fine. Who? Tropical Paku. Fine. Shine bug. Don't care. Cracked. Cool. Is there just the one egg, or there's more than one egg? Let's kill a couple of these. Stone hatch. Oh wow, moving up out of the base just to breathe. Great. You, priority 9, all of this. Unreachable. Okay, so that ladder doesn't actually work. Okay. Deconstruct this electrolyzer. While we're here, someone can sweep. May as well sweep. Good. Now we can put another ladder there. Priority. Gas valves. So, get rid of that, get rid of that, and we can get rid of these gas valves and replace them with gold amalgam. And once this ladder goes in, then someone should be able to go in and fix the atmospheric. Good. So we want gas valves made out of gold amalgam here and here. Yep. Now, you only if pressure in here is above, let's call it 450, and copy these settings across to there. Good, so these will only run if there is hydrogen of a certain pressure in here. Oh. There's now a whole lot of oxygen in the mechanical filter. Okay. Which I can fix. For now, let's keep it running though, because we want the atmosphere to stay full of oxygen. Storage unavailable from muck root. Okay. We were so close. 10 cycles ago, this seemed like it should work. And it did right up until it recreated a vacuum. A problem that we can solve, but it's just annoying. And in the meantime, it's broken a whole chunk of things here. Okay, let's see. So I want this to become hydrogen. Good. Let's see. You can turn off. The others. In fact, let's turn off that whole row. Good. That, we want hydrogen there. Good. We can... I can manually filter this, get rid of all the oxygen. We want a high pressure vent right there as a priority. Come on. Build that high pressure vent. Thank you. Done. And now we want hydrogen to go here and oxygen not to go here. Okay, can I disconnect that? You connect that. Good. Good, so that's all of the oxygen cleared out. Let's try and circulate this hydrogen again. Okay, if we do that, hydrogen is going to get stuck here. In fact, what we can do is grab that next piece of hydrogen, which will cause the oxygen to bypass. Except it got stuck because it wants to move. Okay. Build that. And if we do that, no. We need to do that, I think. Because then the hydrogen is sitting here. We've got two pieces of hydrogen which both want to bypass. Oh. No, that didn't work. Although, what if I do this? That will put hydrogen there. And the gas valve, the oxygen gets stuck there. Okay, I see. So, easy option then, is we can do this. Cool. There we go. So now this oxygen routes away. Perfect. This we want to change to 100 grams. someone come in and priority change that to 100. We are at 0 kcal. So let's... And there's nothing to kill up here. They are not crowded. But I think that's something we're going to have to solve next time. We are solving currently the... What are we at? 18 tiles. So there is... How much hydrogen is here? 700. Okay, that's 1700. We're 100 grams of hydrogen short of... However... If we just change this, actually, 10 grams per second, or let's say 50 grams per second, then if we change that, someone will come in, change the value on this gas valve. There we go, and we've got plenty of hydrogen to be able to deal with that. 850 grams. Good. Now, the other thing we want to do is we want to fix it so that this has a hydrogen atmosphere, which we can easily do by doing that. Deconstruct that gas pipe as a priority. And then that's just 50 grams. Boom, perfect. So we've now got hydrogen sitting there, and then as a priority, rebuild the loop here. Perfect. I think that's how we're going to solve it. And we've got hydrogen both sides. We've got oxygen in here, so that will start working again. We've got our Atmos sensors, which are connected. I wonder if there's value in running Atmos sensors up to these ones as well, but I think there's so much oxygen. So what are we producing? 888 times 4, 3.5. We've got 4 pumps clearing out 2 kilos. We've got these 2 pumps clearing out another kilo. We may run into an issue with oxygen here, but oxygen is a lot easier to fix than hydrogen. So I think we'll leave that as it is for the time being. We do have an issue with not enough food. So let's see if... I'm just having a look around, seeing if there's any old hatches that I could potentially look at killing. I think problem is stone hatches are also young, that we don't have any old ones, because of how recently we transitioned over to stone hatches. One stone hatch, glum, 3. Yeah. How are we going here? 55, 71, 82. That one's going to hatch this cycle anyway. And hatchling eggs, we are down to 15 there. Let's incubate another hatchling egg. And smooth stone. We've got stone and smooth already there. So yeah, let's incubate a hatchling and use that as a food source. We've got here, it looks like multiple eggs. Fry egg. Let's kill this pacu, which will at least get us a little bit of meat. And hopefully we can start to get on top of our meat situation. There should not be any glossy Dracos in here, except I never did build any sort of egg automation in this area. And those are of course all going to need power. Perfect. So these guys are complaining about being cramped. There's 5 critters plus 1 egg. And this Glossy Draco doesn't have any scales, so let's kill that one. There's very, very trace bits of hydrogen in here as well. Anyway, that food and the Dracos is something that we're going to have another look at next episode. We are getting to the point that we basically have a running self-powered oxygen maker here, and it will be fully sustainable as soon as we reconnect there. The no power. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's not going to have power until we have hydrogen. Hydrogen's there, hydrogen's there. This loop needs to be fixed. And can't be fixed while that bridge is there, I think. How are we going? Oxygen, hydrogen, 900. This is 10 tiles. Do we have any more hydrogen anywhere in it? There's some more hydrogen there. So I think we can probably bypass, like so. And then 900 grams of hydrogen. Got rid of that. Oxygen, 7 micrograms of hydro. Cool. Let's bypass all of that. Good. And then if we change this, there's 900 there. If we change this one to 50 as a priority, then when we reconnect that pipe, this will also fix itself up. And we're waiting on that pipe there to be made. So our SPOM should be working basically at the start of the next episode. Food is remaining a little tedious, but we have transitioned over to the stone hatchlings. We have 130 tons of igneous rock, so it's going to last quite a substantial time. It's just a matter of our evolution chambers aren't quite keeping up at the moment. But thank you for watching. Stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.